Adam Thielen, wide receiver 64 last year, on an injury-shortened campaign, 30 receptions, 47 targets, 418 yards, 6 touchdowns. Your thoughts around Adam Thielen?
Very frustrating being an Adam Thielen owner last year. It was incredibly frustrating because he was a nobody. And again, I had the benefit of knowing that this guy, was about to be a thing, having been around that team, covered that team, followed that team. So you know that he was going to have a great year. And then he had a great year in 2018, worthy enough to get himself a big contract. And then you would hope that they could continue that with that 1-2 punch of Thielen and Diggs. It was very difficult for defenses to decide who do you throw your lockdown corner on. We'll just go to the other guy. So it was very frustrating seeing him injured. That's like the first time in his career that he's really missed extensive time. He was a diamond in the rough, and it just didn't work out last year. But don't let that shy you away from him this year. Don't let your recency bias of being frustrated by him shy you away from him. I think he is still a top-tier receiver. I think based on that offense, he's going to have more opportunities. Another year with Kirk Cousins. That Kubiak offense, we know that the receivers will get love too. So I still think that Adam Thielen is a top-tier receiver. I still think that, he maybe isn't, as flashy as some of the other names that you're going to see, especially after, what you saw of him last year in his injury-shortened time. But I still am big on Adam Thielen stock. I'll buy all of it.
In a redraft league, yeah, I'm still getting me some Adam Thielen. I think you can get him on the cheap too because of the recency bias and everyone thinking that he's old and going to get injured now. He is 29, but he kind of got into the NFL a little bit later, late bloomer, if you will. So I think he still finishes in the back end of RB1 territory. Like, it doesn't surprise me to see him, if he finishes somewhere between, 10, 11, 12, somewhere around that range. With Diggs gone, he's going to see his targets increase. You're going to be closer to the 2018 breakout numbers. I could see Kirk Cousins finding ways to just feed him the ball. Again, with the Kubiak offense, the primary receiver typically does well in that Kubiak offense. He's the benefit of a lot of those bootlegs. It fits Adam Thielen's game because he can go inside and outside. He doesn't have a problem playing in the slot. He's actually a little better in the slot than playing outside, having that natural space right off the line that is opposed to getting jammed. So Thielen, I think he still has it, man. It's like you said, Alex. It's one injury season. It's very uncommon. This isn't the track record for him. Dynasty leagues, I would let him slip a little bit further down just because he's 29. It has nothing to do with the raw talent now, more so than if I'm drafting for a dynasty team, I have to think about now and 3-4 years from now. So I'd let Thielen slip a little bit and see if I can get him later. But for the most part, you can pick him up in a lot of drafts, like the 5th round. I mean, maybe even the 6th, depending on who you're going, who you're drafting with. And there's a lot of value there to pick up a top 12 receiver in the 5th or 6th round. I'm okay with that. Like, especially in redrafts where I know, this is going to be his, dog and pony show. And then after that, if I don't like what's happening, guess what? I don't have to redraft him. So I'm in on Adam Thielen this year. And I think you get great value out of where he is being drafted currently.
I think that you can get a ton of value because you're right. He is going in the 5th, 6th round in some cases. And I don't know that I'm as high as you guys are on the upside there with him. He's a great talent, does a lot of really good things, but I don't know that I see him cracking the top 12. But that being said, I don't have him far behind that either. I see him probably, wide receiver 14, wide receiver 15, somewhere in there, just a little bit further down. But he's a guy that, again, upside wise, his ceiling is higher than that. So you hit the nail on the head there when you say that you can draft him late and you have potential wide receiver 1 upside there.